your name like Dirk. I'm smirking at niggas trying to be smirch mine. Absurd times.
Like Dirk, I'm smirk like Dirk. Like Dirk.
Smirky, yeah, Smirky, yeah.
Love Smirkio, like Dirk.
Smirking at niggas, yeah.
I'm smirk.
Yeah.
Oh, look at young Kiana coming in the clutch.
Just
All
yeah,
right.
they call it Smirky, yeah.
Yo, welcome to BEERZ BARZ.
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I'm Kamal Kiddo.
OT, the Golden Child.
Yeah.
Big shout out to all the folks checking for us, subscribers, listeners, whether it be the audio or just YouTube or a combination of both. Bears win today in London against the terrible Jacksonville Jaguars, 35-16. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. We 4-2. A lot of you guys had terrible football perspectives. As many of your rap perspectives are terrible as well. I don't say a lot. Not gonna say I was happy Justin left, but I understood the necessity of doing it this year and the fact that a lot of the people who were scouts and commentators said that Caleb Williams was a generational talent and he looks very good. So a lot of you guys made terrible perspectives 2-3 weeks ago, wishing we still had Justin, and Caleb Williams is lighting it up right now.
I'm familiar with these names.
Yeah, even though played two terrible teams, you're supposed to beat the terrible teams, because we should have beat Indy as well. But that's neither here nor there, because this show about beer and rap, because Kamal ain't fucking with that sports stuff.
Well, I don't do sports, but I do movies, shows, not as much, but I finally watched, I just finished, this past week, Blue Eye Samurai.
Okay. I liked that a lot.
It was really good.
Very good Netflix show.
Cartoon.
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm watching some Vikings joint right now that was shot by Zack Snyder on Netflix. It's about like Thor. It's like the real depiction of Thor, who's just like maniacal god who just, wants to kill and have sex and whatnot.
They trying to do that Game of Thrones.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Most of the gods in those, whatever, whether it be Greek gods, like Viking gods, they're terrible anyway.
True.
Yeah, but anyhow,
What we talking about today, man?
J. Cole's new song, Port Antonio.
Port Antonio.
Yeah, man, a lot of terrible perspectives on that.
There's a lot going around about that, yeah.
Diddy and what hit the
Diddy,
fallout.
right. A little bit about maybe a little bit about Diddy, right?
Yeah,
and what we've been listening to lately.
yeah, man. We kind of get backing off of like the reviews and whatnot, dedicate so much time to maybe an album that we don't like or maybe do like. We're just gonna talk about some stuff we've been listening to in general today.
Sure. But before we get into it, what are we drinking?
Yeah, man. You brought this.
I did bring these. So shout out to my wife.
Shout out to your wife.
She grabbed these from somewhere. I don't even know where, but strawberry orange mojito from Pipeworks Brewing Company. It is an ale with orange peel, mint, strawberry, orange, and lime. This is 5.8% ABV. Shout out to Pipeworks. We've been there before. This is brewed and canned in Chicago. So I'm sure you can get this at your local grocer.
Look at the tint on that.
Look at that tint.
Definitely a full body joint, which you would imagine it would be, being that it's brewed with so many different types of
citrusy,
adjuncts and whatnot. What's on this again? So you got it's brewed. Hopefully, it's brewed with orange peel, mint, strawberry, orange, and lime. A lot of times I don't know if those are flavors or if this actually goes in.
Not a bad pour.
This actually goes in the.
Right.
I don't want to say barrels, but canisters or whatever, what it's brewed
yeah.
and whatnot. This kind of seems boozy a little bit. Have you had this before?
I have like a while ago though.
Okay. Let's see.
Like, it's not bad.
It comes off sour-ish, but I know it's a blonde ale. I looked on there. It's a blonde ale.
It does come off sour.
Added in. So, yeah. So, The orange peel definitely is coming through. Well, okay, with the citrus fruits that are in here.
It's citrusy to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you got orange peel, orange and lime, yeah. Because strawberry also is kind of one of those fruits that it has a sweet and sour feel to it, So I expected more sweet, but I don't know why because of the color of it, but definitely more sour on the back end than anything.
Let's start out the gate. What we coming out the gate with?
So J. Cole, Port Antonio, set the game on fire a couple days ago when he dropped the song. The song is what? About 5 minutes and 41
About
seconds?
5 minutes long. Yeah, a little over 5 minutes long.
Something like that.
It don't seem that long to me.
Port Antonio, I believe, is also in Jamaica, I believe.
He might have been there.
And just labeled the song, where he was at.
Which is perfect because he's chilling.
That is the time that we're in as well. People just
That's
labeling
the time
songs.
he's in.
Well, just in general, 6 a.m. in LA, blah, 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 here. Like,
shout out to Drake. This is Drake's vibe.
Yeah.
This is Drake's influence.
Yeah.
Drake be naming his joints that.
What you call I forgot the name of the Feeling It. Is that the Feeling It? Is that Feeling It the sample in the background? Obviously, it's not Feeling It, but wherever Feeling It sampled this from. Where's this? It's a Jay-Z song.
What's Dead Presidents?
It's Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents.
Sorry. Got it mixed up, yeah.
Yeah.
They're in that same time signature. So yeah.
Right.
Got that.
And Cleo Soul.
Shout out
Cleo
Soul, one of the artists you may not be listening to, but you really should be.
You really should. You really should.
Anyhow.
Right.
Yeah, song is 5 minutes, 41 seconds. Good bars, good raps, but obviously, being that we still in our Kendrick honeymoon, the focus was on the 12 or 16 bars he dedicated to that whole situation and whatnot.
For sure.
So that's pretty much what people are talking about right now, that situation. I like the song. I like the beat. I like the raps. I like the perspective and the things that he's saying within it, kind of, giving even more words to why he pulled out of the beef when he pulled out of the beef, and then also giving some love to Drake at the end, at a time when nobody's really doing that. He is saying, this is my friend, whatever the case may be. I'm going to stop there and get your initial thoughts on the song before I go further.
After listening to the song a couple times, there's two things I want to point out. The first being, it's a story. He talks about the first verse, the first part of the song, he's talking about his coming up and deciding to rap. You know what I'm saying? He got his fun bars in there, but it's he says you can't relate unless your father was not around and your mother went out and found someone else and then brought them round. And they salaries then combined when they married, it brought you out of that poverty when you moved to a soft little part of town. So that when you back in the hood, so he moved out, right?
And went back when that was fractured or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But he went back to the hood so that when you back in the hood, you feel awkward about it now. Damn. And your confidence starts to drown. But the rapping gave you some positive thoughts, so you jot them down. And so this is the reason why he started rapping. You know what I'm saying? He talked about his upbringing and, he's talked a lot about his upbringing throughout his albums. You know what I'm saying? But now he has a reason to even get in the game, right? And so he got that in the first half of the song.
Totally not talked about at all.
Right.
On the internet.
Right.
Who gives a fuck?
But then in the second part, he gets to talking about understanding legacies and all of that. He says, since the age of 14, Jermaine is no king. If that means I got to dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing on social media competing for your favorable memes. He didn't get in the game for this. If I'm a king, then I don't even want that title. It's like, you know what, man? I ain't get in it for this. You know what I'm saying? He's realizing now, I ain't get in it for this. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's already knew that, but being an MC and being attacked.
Being an MC and being young in the game.
Yeah.
and one. He's always said he the best. He's always said that.
Yeah.
But this situation is showing, man, look, man, I'm losing sight of why I even started this.
And who I have. Go ahead.
Yes. So, my last point. He said, my dog texted me. I'll share the words he said to me. If you refuse to shoot the gun, don't mean the gun ain't deadly. I guess in that metaphor, hypothetically, the gun is me. I texted back, a gun ain't what I'm trying to be.
Yeah. No.
Guess a gun ain't what I'm trying to be. They stripped me of my spot. Now I'm finally free.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
He didn't get in it for this. He didn't get in it to tear down his homies. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have lost the battle. I would have gained a foe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This man is mature, G.
Yeah, mature and
He is outside the matrix of rap.
has been going that way for about 6-7 years too.
And people like to joke on him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He out here in Crocs. And me too. You know what I'm saying? He funny. He get on a Coachella stage or whatever stage he was on in Crocs. You know what I'm saying? And he riding bikes. But that's where he is. Yeah. You gonna fault him for that? But his pen is crazy.
Well, they fought him for that because he chose to entertain the beef.
Correct. But he lost sight of it. Exactly. He lost sight. He was wrapped up in the rap and he want to be the best too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But then recognize, hold on, this ain't for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you why, right? So let's stop there. I think that it is crazy to me that with everything we saying right now, people can have the perspective they want to, but not to at least understand that point is crazy wild to me. And in many ways, I'm not trying to attack people, but just from a lot of perspective I'm seeing, like, I guess a lot of people just ain't as like, first of all, I don't think hip hop has a lot of place for growth, a lot of place for honesty, real authenticity, integrity, and things like this, because he did lose sight and then jumped into beef being an MC because he got his, Kendrick said what he said. Then he fired back at him and realized, you know what? Nah. Because I kind of see where this can go.
Right.
And in order for it to be there, like, I can't attack this dude the way I would have to, because I don't have any hate in my heart, which you explained on stage already. I don't got no hate in my heart for this dude, so I can't go here.
Right.
Then he mentions it more on the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
he said he understand why they both swung at each other. Yeah. He understand protecting their name, protecting legacy, and all of that. He get it. Yeah. But you know what? I don't want to be the gun. I don't want that. I don't want to be the king. I'm free.
Then people will say, but he shouldn't have got anything. Exactly.
He shouldn't have, but he realized that.
But he said it himself, which is why we're here. So what's the problem? Maybe you in your own life, you never recognized that, okay, I shouldn't have did that. And then was honest with yourself and honest with other people, like, let me chill.
Right. It's like, that's the thing, though.
People ain't got that,
People have been there before. People have been there
chose
before.
To still be stupid or...
But they see him as entertainment.
Exactly.
He's an entertainer.
But he's a real person.
And he's a rapper. Nah, you got to stand on that.
Yeah.
You got to stand on that. When we've all
everybody
been through that,
bro. And some point in your life.
Been through that. My bad, G.
But rappers,
it ain't.
That's what I'm saying. Rappers can't do that because they're not real people. They're just entertainers. But no,
they're entertainers.
Dude is trying to be a real authentic person, as I believe Kendrick is right now with the whole watch the party die and stuff. Now I think both of them in their own lane, if you listen to their music recently, are on this journey of self-discovery and trying to be honest, integrity-driven men. And I can't hate on neither one of them for the position that they're taking right now. I think people got a terrible perspective on this song. Terrible fucking trash perspectives.
I agree.
And let me say this.
All this soft and all that other stuff.
I don't think that would have mattered. This is the only commentary I had on it online. If J. Cole had came out rapping and didn't mention the beef, people would have said all this rapping, but he pulled out the beef. But he was rapping on the song, mentioned the beef, and people still saying the same thing. I don't think it would have mattered. He could have just rapped his ass off.
Right.
Yeah, but he ain't wanted with Kendrick. Niggas would have had the same perspective.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right. And they missing a point.
Exactly. Go lay down. Go take a nap.
He wanted with Kendrick. No. Kendrick is his man. He wasn't trying to do that. He wasn't trying to.
Bro, look at where this went. Can we put look at where this went, bro? Do Kendrick really be his wife?
Right. Is Drake really a pedophile? You know what I'm saying? Does he really harbor pedophiles in his crib? You know what I'm saying? It got dirty.
That shit get dirty, bro.
Is he gonna perform Drake A minor at Super Bowl and have a stadium and every millions of people watching in they home screaming Drake is a pedophile?
Maybe. All for your entertainment.
All
though.
for your entertainment.
Which was the point of the other part with like the mean part and and then having to dig up dirt. Like it got ugly, bro. Especially in the times we living in. You got people on the side, you can throw them 20, 30,000. Yo, bro, do what you gotta do out here. Find out some shit on this nigga.
And it's podcasters out here, you know what I'm saying, that he definitely got at as far as, people want that clickbait.
Want that bullshit.
They
That's
want
why we
that stuff.
unsuccessful, bro. Your dad ass over here trying to be on a podcast with your integrity and stuff. What you doing out here? What's your problem, man?
Hey, man.
We gonna drop this and label J. Cole drops terrible diss. And our fucking numbers gonna go
Right.
crazy as shit.
Like, yo, we gotta click it.
And then let's click the thing. Let's make a fly like the thing where our faces is like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We up.
Right, and sad face J. Cole.
You know
what I'm
we got
saying?
terrible marketers. All right. You got anything else? Well,
Nah, I'm good, man. Real quick with Diddy. I don't want to spend a lot of time with this. Real quick with Diddy. So I saw a podcast, another podcast that mentioned
Is it Corner Combo? Was it them?
I think it was.
Shout out, yeah.
Shout them out.
Yeah,
Shout them
absolutely. Because I think when you was
Chicago.
talking about, Chi-Town all day, yeah.
But what was said was, they mentioned Method Man saying, someone asked Method Man, is the Diddy situation, does that affect hip hop? Or, something to that effect. Like, what does this do in hip hop? Does that affect hip hop? And he said, nah, it don't. That's Diddy's situation, but this don't have nothing to do with hip hop. And my man's on Corner Convo felt like, nah, it does absolutely have something to do with hip hop. Because he is like, I hear Biggie on, V103, which is, if you're not from Chicago, that is a station that plays mostly soul music, Dusty's, your parents' music, all the time. I hear Biggie on there all the time. Juicy, all them joints. Give Me One More Chance. And Puff is doing ad-libs on all these songs.
Yeah.
Does it affect hip hop?
Okay, I see where this is going. All right.
Okay. I'm going to have to disagree with my man, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, because I don't think that it's a Diddy situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that, if Diddy did what he's being accused of, he's wrong. And he should go to jail. And all of his homies that was there that were complicit in this behavior should go to jail. They're drugging women and having sex with them. You know what I'm saying?
I have not looked into any of the details. I don't know what. Yeah, but
that's what's
all I know
said.
is baby oil. That's all I know from any of this.
That's wild. Oil. That's so wild. But also, what's my name? La Russell.
L.A. Russell. Yeah.
L.A. Russell. He was on the Mav Hoffa joint and mentioned how it's lyrics and rap, that all these other rappers are okay with and people don't say nothing about. You know what I'm saying? He big up D1. And I think we had before on this show.
Watch the party die.
And D1 was saying how these rappers are doing stuff and at the same time saying, man, you a good rapper. You could be better than that. And one of the people that he got at was Rick Ross. And L.A. Russell,
L.A. Russell, yeah.
L.A. Russell mentioned one of Ross's lines where he said, I put Molly in her champagne, she didn't even know it.
That's a wild lyric.
That's a wild lyric.
It's a wild fucking lyric.
And I had sex with her, whatever, she didn't even know it. That's wild.
Bro, that's such a wild lyric.
I don't even know what's
And what's crazy is that's from she didn't even know it, the Future joint. She yeah. What's wild is that at the time we listened to it and didn't give a fuck. And we're not talking about people, because the pushback, right? People gonna be like, well, nah, a lot of people knew what they was doing. Okay, that's not what we talking about. Taking the lyric at its core for what he's saying. We're not saying that she knew what was happening. We said, which is what he said, I put something in somebody's drink and they didn't know it. Correct. And then I had sex with them and then they didn't know it. That's the lyric.
That's wild.
So knock it the fuck off with the situations where, a lot of people maybe were complicit with certain things at parties. That's not what we talking about. We talking about drugging people and having sex with them when they don't know it. So
correct.
Get and the fucking story straight.
And that's what I'm saying with Diddy.
Exactly.
He's doing that.
Right.
And
people want to twist your words and shit.
Right.
Like, we not talking about that. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
I mean,
if people don't know that you putting stuff in they drinks, that's not right. I think we all, and at this point in society, should be able to agree with that. Right?
Right.
Maybe. If you don't understand that, get the fuck out. That's not, people weird as some weird motherfuckers out here, bro.
Diddy having freak offs. Nothing wrong with that.
That's not what we talking about.
If that's what you want to do, and there's mad industry people at these parties, and they doing all of that, and the women are having a great time with these celebrities, you know what?
Cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not what we talking about.
That's not what we talking about.
All right, so calm the fuck down. Go ahead.
If he is drugging people and they don't know what's going on, and you just out here like Bill Cosby, you know what I'm saying? And you having sex with them unbeknownst to them, you should go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Man, what are you doing? What you doing?
Let me say this, though, to kind of bring it back in a little bit.
That don't have nothing to do with hip hop.
I think we just need, because people so weird now, and I think that people intentionally misunderstand what be going on, and because black men have had obviously many issues within the country and whatnot. People like to focus on the attacks and whatnot but we get that. But I just want to make sure we understand that we talking about situations where people are clearly doing things wrong, right? Yes. That's not cool.
Yes.
We don't need to defend people in situations where we specifically talking about instances where people doing stuff that's I don't know what happened with the whole Cassie thing,
right?
But I'm not sure. I don't think you should ever do what was on tape that was
you
seen.
You put your hands on.
You know what I'm saying? I think we should agree on that, right? Or are we weird? I don't know, but go ahead.
So, I mean, it just kind of hit me.
Yeah.
Does this have anything to do with hip hop? Do you feel it does? Because now as I'm talking about it out loud,
I was gonna push back some.
There are things, you are right.
And
there are things that, he's part of hip hop. There are lyrics that have this being glorified in hip hop. Is this a hip hop situation?
What I would say is this here. If those situations that we're clearly speaking about happen and there is evidence that those things happen, then yes, you have situations where maybe people are going to be iffy about playing Puff the same way some people don't play R. Kelly, or R. Kelly music ain't just on the radio anymore. Mm-hmm. And that, because of Puff's reach, may affect a lot of other artists that Puff is on, because this shit get weird within this cancel area, right? Why are you still writing a letter to the radio director? I understand this isn't Puff's song, but the other day I heard Puff on your station. Do you not understand the severity? But it can get weird. It can get weird.
Interesting. Shout out Corner Convo, man.
So from that, it can, but people can do what they want in their own time. I be at parties and people still play. Look, Step in the Name of Love is still, and here's the nuance. I don't look. We know what they said R. Kelly was doing. Step in the Name of Love, great song. There's a lot of R. Kelly songs that are great songs that I've still heard at parties. And when I heard them, I didn't go, oh shit, I'm not going to dance to this. No, I was at a party having fun and I still was dancing.
Right.
Because people are flawed as fuck. Yeah. For centuries we've been flawed.
Yeah.
You know what your uncle did. You know what your granddaddy was doing. Or anybody else in your family that's flawed that you still, and I'm not excusing people from what
Correct.
they do. I'm just saying, like, when you get to critique people in entertainment, that regular people just don't get the regular people get the grace for some of the flaws and whatnot. So yeah, but there's a lot there.
Right, and that's
we just
that.
went off on a tangent.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now let me go ahead and double down and begin with what we've been listening to. I like Future's album.
Oh, that's what you said. All right. Are you saying that based upon the fact that
I'm saying that based on we know what Future be talking about.
you know what's wild too? Back to the honesty point is that like Cole, like the J. Cole, get your honest ass out of here. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have did that. Future don't do most of the shit he talking about, but he is like a god. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we gonna turn up to all that shit, all this drugging shit.
Yeah.
And I think he's on record saying he don't do right.
He has
Am I tweaking?
He said that before, yes. His latest
A
album.
lot of kids do though. A lot of the kids
lot
that
of
listen to that
kids
shit
do,
though.
His latest album is not a whole lot of lean talk.
Yeah.
There is mention of him, his dog, he got a song,
Let me just say I like Future. I understand because I like that may come off like I like Future. I think Future is a great artist.
So
yeah.
First of all, shout out to Future, man, because the man dropped, this is his third project this year. You know what I'm saying? 2 being the Metro Boomin joints.
Yeah.
Earlier this year at the beginning of the Drake Kendrick situation.
March Madness is a Negro spiritual. Go ahead.
But
Fuck that.
But this mixtape Pluto back to mixtape 56 Nights, Monster, Beast Mode, that Future. And it's a solid project to me, you know what I'm saying? First, when I first heard it, I'm like, a lot of these songs sound the same.
Okay.
But then the more I listen to it, they all Atlanta producers.
Yeah.
This man is like, this is an Atlanta album. This is like trap music at its, like, Future is he don't need no other artists.
Mount Rushmore, Atlanta?
For sure. Nah, bruh. This man is, my man's put it one way, man. He said he liked the whole of Atlanta. And I would agree with that. I'm sorry to whoever in Atlanta came up before Future, but Future got a lot of clones. A lot of, like, if you listen to the album, first of all, there's no features. And so these are all Future doing his ad-lib, ski, woo, you know what I'm saying? All of that, right?
Yeah.
But still talking about different things. He got topics on here. Talking about girls. He talking about my girl got a girl. He talking about my dog died from fentanyl. He talking about and my dog died from fentanyl, and I almost relapsed and got back into drinking lean. You know what I'm saying? He got topics on here. If you don't just pass it off like, man, Future whack. I ain't listening to that. If you really listen to it,
I've been in the gym off.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, he also talking about having bales of weight, you know what I'm saying? And selling drugs and whatnot. But the man got a sound that, and when I first listened to it, it's almost like it's a response to, things that people may have said amongst the Drake situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he need Drake, or look, man, I did this whole thing by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole thing is by himself. I like the project. That's one of the things I'm listening to.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a Mount Rushmore of Atlanta. I'm sorry, I know we're on a different segment, but Mount Rushmore, you may be right though.
I think he's at the top, G. I mean, you got Outkast, you got
that's the thing.
T.I.
You only have 4 on that Mount Rushmore. I can't touch it because I don't know Atlanta enough. I'm gonna leave him alone. He may be there.
Yeah, I don't know enough, but
I think if you put
He
Outkast there,
he-
there's 2 spots right there, which means you only have 2 more. So it's like, ugh.
who up there with Future?
I mean, that's the problem with Mount Rushmore.
Right now, right?
Mount Rushmore is not just about who
Right.
it's about who has done something to change the culture within Atlanta.
Right.
I mean, you have to throw maybe Jermaine Dupri on that thing and what he did for Atlanta at the time.
I mean, we talking about rappers though.
Okay,
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
rappers. All right.
You know what I'm
Gucci
saying?
Mane's up there, yeah. And then maybe
Oh,
you get
yeah.
that 4th spot to Future. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't know.
so.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just kicking T.I. off and
Look,
you know.
man, ain't nobody had a run like Future. I don't think anybody has had a run like Future. Not even Gucci. Not T.I. Not T.I., G.
T.I.
T.I. had a moment for sure.
From an album standpoint, T.I. had like a 3 or 4 album crazy run.
He did.
Future, it's almost like
Future got
it's almost
clones
like
out here
Wayne.
right now. Ain't nobody out here sounding like T.I.
That's true.
Ain't nobody out here using his sound. People sound like Future. People try to emulate what he has done.
Yeah, 100%.
Future, man.
Okay. I got a couple things I've been listening
Pluto.
to. I'm gonna bore the fuck out of y'all. All right. The new Robert Glasper is pretty good. The Keys to the City Volume 1 joint, which is a live recording.
Yeah.
Black Thought rapping on the first joint. I really like the one for Gru. Yeba is one of my favorite vocalists. That's a good song.
I think these are covers.
Yeah. I mean, either, yeah. They are, actually. Yeah, because
I mean,
Prototype with Nora Jones, yeah.
But Step Into the Realm is a old root song.
Yes.
And so the Black Thought's verse is an old verse.
Yes. And
You know what
then,
I'm saying? Hey, tell the story. You can't tell the story.
first of all, shout out the Junior, Otis Terrell Lambert Jr. Man's be on it. His music is my son's musical, I guess, acumen, whatever. He's really coming into his own.
Yeah.
He put me on an artist named Claro who had an album called Charm that dropped in July of this year. There's a song called Juna, I don't know. I sent it to somebody else while I was on a patio. Shout out my homie Brian. He put it on like, oh yeah, this is a very good song. I saw this, but like
Yeah.
this song is like floating around in like the under.
Is it really?
From the standpoint of people who really be checking for different vibes.
Yeah.
And, you know, like me and you, we
Yeah,
text
yeah.
the folk that text people songs like this song is floating around like, hey, you know what I'm
If
saying?
I hear a song-
on some Cleo Soul type,
Right.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
If I hear a song, I'm gonna listen to the album.
Exactly.
And I listen to the album, I'm like, oh, she got some joints on here.
Got some joints, bro.
And she an artist.
She's an artist.
Like it's like she like it's not like just like a loop or
Yeah.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like Juna,
Terrapin.
it's like
Yeah.
ebbs and flows to that joint. Like it's
Yeah.
okay. Look at the young TJ, man.
Man, shout out.
I was
shout out to
impressed,
Junior.
G.
Leon Thomas's Mutt is a good album.
Oh yeah, that's a project. That's a good project.
It's a good project. I don't
pretty
know
decent
nothing
project.
about bro, but
Right,
bro got
yeah.
some sounds, fam.
For sure.
Outside of that, that's it. I've been listening to Leon. I like Leon Bridges. He's like a Dallas, Fort Worth artist.
Yeah.
Kind of came on the scene some years ago on like the old soul wave, but kind of has shifted a little bit to more R&B, blues, country type. But he got some songs too on his album that's called Leon. So no hip hop for me, man.
No, I feel you ain't even.
Oh no, the confidence of knowing with Talib Kweli and Jay Ross.
Oh yeah.
I've been listening to that too.
Shout
Shout out Fillmore Green coming out with an album pretty soon. He reached
That's
out
true.
to us, said you got to get him on the pod, bro. For the I think it's a
sure.
staple now. When Fillmore does an album, we got to tap in.
Sure. For sure, we do need to tap in with Fillmore. That's a good place to end that joint, G.
You ain't got nothing else you listen to?
I'm a chill because I want to end it with Fillmore.
Fillmore Green pretty soon. I think the
Fillmore
26th, 25th of October album coming out. I'm buying a vinyl because I got a
For sure.
vinyl player now. We'll see y'all next time, man. Beers and Bars.
Peace.